Here's another quick LSAT tip from AlphaScore. So today we're going to take a look at if-then statements, and specifically only if and only if, and if but only if. So just as a quick review, here's our basic if-then statement, if A then B. And there's one thing you can do with this. So one thing you know is if you're given A, then you're going to have B, and that's for sure. There's one other piece of information you can draw from this, and that's your contrapositive. And the way you find it is, first of all, you're going to reverse the order of your entities. So you take your A at the start, you push it to the back. You take your B from the start, and you push it to the front. And it's still an if-then statement. So now it's if B, then A. And yet you're not done. You want to do one more thing, which is to negate both of the entities that are in there. So now it's if not B, then not A. And this is your contrapositive. So this is the only other piece of information that you can draw from this statement. So you know if you have A, you definitely have B. And you know if you don't have B, you definitely don't have A. So the other way you can write this is simply just if not B, then not A. Now let's take a look at another form of the conditional statement, which is only if A, then B. And this is not the same as if A, then B. With only if, you want to reverse the order. And this is not making it into the contrapositive. This is just to get your original simple if-then statement. So only if A, then B is the same as saying if B, then A. And then at this point, you can go on and create your contrapositive, which reverses the order of your entities and negates them. So you started with only if A, then B. The simple if-then statement is if B, then A. And your contrapositive is if not A, then not B. So what this means is if you're told you have B, you definitely have A. And if you're told you don't have A, you definitely don't have B. And those are the only two statements that you know from this information. Another form of conditional statement is the if and only if A, then B. And this gets a little confusing, but it's fairly simple if you follow a few simple rules. And that's to understand that it gives you two simple if-then statements. So if and only if A, then B gives you if A, then B, and if B, then A. So it actually goes both ways. And then you can take the contrapositive of both of these statements. So you had if A, then B. You also take the contrapositive of that and you get if not B, then not A. And you can get the contrapositive of your second statement. So if B, then A gives you if not A, then not B. So that's a lot of information that comes out of your one statement. And basically what it's telling you is that A and B are always together. So if you have A, you're going to have B. And if you don't have B, you're not going to have A, and vice versa. So whenever you see A or B, they're together. They're either in or they're out. And this is what you get out of your if and only if A, then B statement. Now there's some other statements. You've got our original one, if and only if A, then B. Then you've also got A, if and only if B, if but only if A, then B, and A, if but only if B. All of these effectively mean the same thing. So if and only if but only if have the same result, which is to say that A and B are always going to be together. So if you have A, you've got B. If you've got B, you've got A. If A's out, B's out. If B's in, A's in. They always travel together based on these statements. So that was another quick LSAT tip from AlphaScore. Lots more free LSAT resources and other resources as well as online courses available at alphascore.com.